La technique n'est pas une chose séparée, comme ça. On dit j'ai ma technique, voilà, elle est là. Alors maintenant, je peux me permettre de jouer. Moi, je ne pense pas comme ça. Je pense que chaque œuvre.
Hi everyone, how are you today? Hope everything is okay with you and you are having a wonderful day. Martha Argerich, one of the greatest pianists of all time, shocked the classical music community when she decided to cancel a series of recent performances due to a heart-related health condition at the age of 83. Does her absence from concerts mark the end of a musical era? Learn more about Martha Argerich's difficult but inspiring journey in this video. Martha Argerich cancels all performances. Martha Argerich, the legendary pianist with undeniable musical achievements, has decided to withdraw from all scheduled performances after appearing in a concert with the Berlin Philharmonic. The decision was made after she suffered a serious heart problem that prevented her from continuing her artistic commitments. According to a statement from the Salle Molière in Lyon, Argerich's health condition has become serious, forcing her to cancel 3 performances in Lyon in January 2023. The concerts were previously scheduled to feature Israeli cellist Mischar Maisky. Martha Argerich, 83, has faced serious health problems throughout her career. However, this time, her condition appears to have become more urgent than ever. Following the cancellation of her Lyon concerts, Argerich was forced to withdraw from a series of performances at the Accademia Santa Cecilia in Rome, where she was due to perform under the baton of Sir Antonio Pappano. Argerich's management announced that all of her recitals and tours would be cancelled until further notice, reflecting the seriousness of her health condition. The abrupt cancellations caused great concern in the classical music community, especially as Argerich had just completed an impressive performance in Berlin. An official statement from Lyon's Salle Molière confirmed that, despite her unstable health due to heart problems, Argerich had completed 3 concerts with the Berlin Philharmonic Orchestra at the Berlin Philharmonic. However, she was no longer able to secure further artistic commitments and had to cancel her upcoming recitals and tours. The Berlin concerts were also memorable because they marked the reunion of Argerich with her longtime colleague, conductor Daniel Barenboim. It was the first time they had performed together with the Berlin Philharmonic, making it a momentous occasion for classical music lovers. Despite serious health problems, Argerich demonstrated her technical ability in these final concerts. Critics praised her for maintaining the agility and sharpness of her fingers, especially in her performance of Schumann's Traumerei, an impressive extra. The combination of Argerich and Barenboim in these concerts was a special one, and for music lovers, these will always be unforgettable moments. The Santa Cecilia Academy also announced the cancellation of Argerich's performances, expressing regret for her absence and replacing her with Icelandic pianist Vikingur Olafsson, who agreed to replace Argerich at short notice. These cancellations have worried not only fans, but also colleagues in the classical music industry, especially knowing that Martha Argerich is still battling serious health problems. Martha Argerich's regrettable absence from upcoming concerts has left many fans wondering who has the talent and the grit to step into the shoes of a legend. Amidst this, a surprise name has been announced, the person who will replace Argerich on the scheduled dates. Will this artist be able to satisfy audiences accustomed to the heights Argerich set? Replacement pianist. After Martha Argerich was forced to cancel a series of concerts due to a serious heart condition, the international classical music community quickly responded with sympathy and responsibility. The question at that time was, who could be capable, both technically and emotionally, to replace a monument like Argerich for such long-awaited performances? The answer came from several renowned pianists, who were not only willing to shoulder the great responsibility in a short time, but also delivered convincing performances, somewhat alleviating the regret of the audience who loved Argerich. In Lyon, France, where Argerich had to withdraw from 3 important concerts, the Argentine pianist Sergio Timpo was the first to step up to replace her. In addition to being a talented artist, Timpo also had a deep personal relationship with Argerich. He was known as her longtime student and friend. Trained by such greats as Murray Parahia and Nelson Frere, Timpo carries on the musical legacy that Argerich helped shape. He performed a rich program that included works by Debussy, Rachmaninoff, Shostakovich, and Schubert, demonstrating remarkable musical versatility and depth. The Salle Molière of Lyon officially expressed its appreciation for Timpo's acceptance of the invitation at such short notice and his professional performance of the recitals. In Rome, Italy, where Argerich was scheduled to perform with the Santa Cecilia Academy, one of Europe's most prestigious musical institutions, Vikingur Olafsson, an Icelandic pianist renowned for his refined style and technical excellence, took on the role of substitute for the January 19, 20, and 21 concerts at the Auditorium Parco della Musica Ennio Morricone. Despite the extremely short preparation time, Olafsson agreed to participate and delivered highly acclaimed performances, continuing to maintain the status of a top musical event. The Accademia Nazionale di Santa Cecilia has publicly thanked Olafsson for his timely and professional support. Soon after, to continue the Santa Cecilia Orchestra's touring schedule, Seong-jin Cho, the Korean pianist who won the first prize at the 2015 International Chopin Piano Competition, was invited to join. With his solid technique, elegant performance style, and incredible stage presence, Cho took over the next concerts on the tour and was warmly welcomed by both audiences and critics. The replacement of Argerich has spread beyond France and Italy to Switzerland and Germany. At the Lucerne Music Festival, one of the world's leading classical music festivals, Igor Levit, a German pianist of Russian descent, replaced Argerich on August 15 in a special performance with Daniel Barenboim and the East-West Divan Orchestra. Levit also appeared at the Cologne Philharmonic on August 12, continuing to fill in for Argerich when she was unable to participate due to health reasons. The Lucerne Festival has publicly expressed its deep gratitude to Levit, wishing the legendary artist a speedy recovery. These replacements, while not filling the void left by Argerich, give the audience another chance to continue living in the music, in the spirit of dedication, and in the legacy of talents who are continuing the story she started nearly 8 decades ago. Which of these replacement performances impressed you the most? Martha Argerich's regrettable absence from early 2024 performances was not only a surprise, but also left fans wondering, is this a sign that the health problems that have threatened her career in the past are returning? With a history of facing life and death battles, Argerich once again worried audiences by cancelling a series of performances due to health reasons. Argerich's past health battles. When Martha Argerich unexpectedly withdrew from a series of concerts in early 2024 due to health concerns, the global classical music community not only expressed concern, but also immediately recalled the painful yet resilient chapters of her artistic journey. This was not the first time the legendary artist had to temporarily stop performing for health reasons. Over the past 3 decades, Argerich has faced many seemingly insurmountable medical crises. What is going on behind the scenes of the quiet, 83-year-old icon? Is her fragile heart once again forcing her to temporarily step away from the spotlight, recalling the storms of illness that nearly took her career and her life? The most serious medical crisis of Argerich's life came in 1990, when she was diagnosed with malignant melanoma, a particularly aggressive form of skin cancer. Although initially treated successfully, the The disease returned in 1995, this time spreading to her lungs and lymph nodes, leaving her in a life-threatening condition. The prognosis was bleak. Many doctors thought her chances of survival were slim, especially as the disease had spread throughout her body. It was the darkest period of her life, when even her musical notes seemed to be muted in the face of death. However, Argerich refused to give up. She chose a risky, experimental treatment, immunotherapy, pioneered at the John Wayne Cancer Institute in Santa Monica, California. At the time, it was an option that was not widely available, but it became the last ray of hope for a soul who was not ready to give up the guitar. A miracle happened. By 2000, doctors declared her in complete remission. For many, this was not simply a medical triumph, but a miracle that allowed Argerich to return to the stage, continuing to shine with top performances as if nothing had happened. However, health problems have not completely left her alone. Over the past decade, Argerich has had to suspend her artistic plans several times due to heart complications and physical weakness due to age. In particular, from late 2022 to early 2023, she continuously cancelled performances in Germany and Switzerland, which aroused concern from global fans. And by early 2024, her increasingly worrying health condition caused her performance schedule to be almost completely suspended. Every return to the stage after illness is a victory not only for the artist, but also for her will and love for music. But this time, can the heart that has been attached to the piano for more than 70 years be revived once again? That is the question that makes not only fans, but also professionals wait in anxiety and hope. Legacy lasts forever. Despite the health challenges that have beset her in recent years, Martha Argerich's vibrant and inspiring musical legacy continues to shape the global map of classical piano performance. At 83, she is more than just a performer, she is an icon, an inspiration, and one of the most revered upholders of the highest standards of pianism. In every recording, every class, and every competition she has helped create, Martha Argerich continues to carry the torch of tradition and innovation, inspiring countless young artists seeking their authentic artistic path. Argerich's impact on generations of pianists is almost impossible to measure by conventional metrics. As founder and jury president of the Martha Argerich International Piano Competition in her native Buenos Aires, she has helped discover and nurture a host of outstanding talents from around the world. Today's leading artists, including Evgeny Kissin, who made a splash as a teenager with his timeless performances, and Gabriela Montero, renowned for her natural ability to improvise, and Yuja Wang, who has brought a bold modern twist to classical music, have all publicly expressed their deep respect for Argerich and viewed her as a lifelong artistic role model. Argerich's teaching and mentoring style is also deeply personal, a blend of technical virtuosity and genuine emotion, with no tolerance for artificiality or stiffness in performance. Over the decades, she has been quietly shaping new generations of musicians, teaching masterclasses at the famous Verbia Festival in Switzerland and more discreet workshops in Japan, Germany, and France. Her lectures, sometimes short, sometimes direct, and sometimes stern, often open doors of unexpected insight, especially when she explains how to listen to each chord as a mood, or how to breathe a musical phrase as a living entity. Beyond teaching, Argerich's recordings serve as classic textbooks for students and professionals around the world. With each recording, she does not simply present a work, but rather portrays a musical universe with emotional structures, inner depths, and unexpected nuances that go far beyond the printed score. Her recordings, especially of works by Chopin, Schumann, Liszt, Prokofiev, and Ravel, have become the gold standard by which artists measure themselves. No one can listen to Ravel's Gaspard de la Nuit without at least once marveling at the magical, eerie, and seemingly inhuman quality of Argerich's technique. Her performance of Prokofiev's Piano Concerto No. 3 with the orchestra under the baton of Claudio Abbado remains one of the most unsurpassed interpretations. Argerich's career spanned more than 70 years, marked by memorable milestones and numerous prestigious awards. In 1957, at the age of 16, she shocked the music world by winning the gold medal at the Chopin competition in Warsaw, one of the most rigorous and prestigious competitions on the planet. Since then, she has continued to achieve success with Grammy Award-winning recordings, especially of works by Bartók, Rachmaninoff, and Prokofiev. Her legendary collaborations with conductors such as Claudio Abbado, whom she describes as her musical soul mate, and Charles Dutoit, who is also the father of her daughter, have created classic moments that are remembered for a lifetime by music lovers. Although Argerich's physical presence on stage has been somewhat limited in recent years due to health reasons, the love and respect she enjoys from the music community has not diminished. On the contrary, it has deepened. Each time she was forced to cancel a performance, from Carnegie Hall in New York to the Berliner Philharmonie in Berlin, audiences could not hide their disappointment and sympathy. Many organizers proactively left her future performance dates open as a hopeful wait, ready to reopen the doors whenever she was well enough to return. In parallel, music organizations and publishers began to systematically preserve her legacy. The 2023 documentary Bloody Daughter, directed by her daughter, Stephanie Argerich, offers a personal, honest, and sometimes contradictory look at this genius, but also very human artist. This work not only recounts Argerich's artistic journey, but also delves into her role as a mother, a woman with an artistic soul in a demanding world. Several prestigious music academies in Europe and the United States have established Martha Argerich scholarships to support outstanding students from disadvantaged backgrounds to pursue the path of classical piano. This is not only a tribute to her great contribution, but also a continuation of the flow of inspiration she has initiated so that the next generation of artists can reach the top, not only with talent, but also with courage, as she did. Although she is 83 years old and no longer performs regularly, Martha Argerich's music and legacy continue to inspire generations of young artists and classical music lovers around the world. Do you have a special memory of an Argerich recording or performance? Or what piece of music she performed that has left you most impressed? Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. We would love to hear from you. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more interesting updates. Hope this video brings you some joy. Thank you and see you in the next video.